right, let's see. Getting everything set up here to talk with you all. That's not what I want to do. I think this is what I want to do. Okay. Good evening. Oops. Good evening. And welcome to what's the date today? August 3rd. It's August 3rd. And I'm doing a Lionsgate portal activation, sort of meditation and talk. Now, it's been a little while since I've done this Circle of Light weekly meditation. I've been very busy, as you can imagine, shipping out the book that I've most recently written, as many of you know, Tools for the Awakening Soul, a guide to activate your intuition and uncover your life's purpose. I don't happen to have a copy with me now, but it's been an incredible journey, just, sending them out to people. I sent like over 160 books, and I really packaged them, with brown wrapping paper, raffia, put in some dried lavender. I wrote little messages to people, and as you know, a lot of you know, I didn't put it on Amazon, so I wanted to really make it a personal, sort of connection. So the Lionsgate, I'll circle back to the book in a minute, but that's what I've been doing. But the Lionsgate is 8822, so this coming Monday. And what is the Lionsgate and why do we care? Well, it's said to be, between the summer solstice and this date, the Lion's Gate, it's said to be a time of just really powerful light that we're receiving here on Earth. And how is that? What does that mean? Well, for me at least, and for probably you too, it means, what does light do? Light, it shines on shadows. It illuminates the darkness. And so that, we can think like, oh, light, that's great. I'm just going to sit in the light, like being at the beach or something. And what the Lionsgate actually is about is, with that light, at least, is it can make us uncomfortable, because light can be brilliant. It can, blind us even if it's too bright, like looking at the sun. And also it's bringing to the surface that which has been hidden. And, if we've spent a lot of time in our lives, avoiding something, old habits or behaviors or thought patterns or beliefs, or just, things that, traumas that we had kind of put in a box and thank you very much, I'm not going to deal with that. It's time for that to be transmuted, for that to be dealt with, for that to be cleared. Why is that? Why is it time? Because we are being asked now on Earth, now more than ever, to really anchor in the light. And with each human soul that kind of sits around or walks around their days, their daily lives, and just is that light, exudes that light with love, with compassion, those are all expressions of love, forgiveness, joy, empathy. That is how all the darkness on this planet will be cleared away, and it will help us bring us into higher states of consciousness, into fifth dimensional consciousness, into the new earth of unity and love. And one thing, and so we need to clear away whatever is blocking us from fully embodying and integrating and anchoring that light. So, and one thing I want to say, which is important, I think, is that, there's still a lot of fear in the collective, and even among people who are, awakened, or whatever that means, or, seeking the truth, and some of it may seem like conspiracy theories, right? And a lot of us know that some of that stuff is true and some of it isn't, right? So anyway, but even among that, the truth disclosure community, there can be there's a few different timelines. There's a few different, scenarios that are being presented to us. And I personally try to do this, and I want to just encourage everybody here to also be very discerning with what with what we're playing into. There's a lot of talk about food scarcity and financial scarcity, and everything's going to collapse, everything's going to fall apart. We've got to bulk up everything and, because everything, the world is going to, go to hell in a handbasket or something. And so I don't believe that that is what is going to happen. I believe that, that may seem the case in some certain versions of reality, but if you focus on that, then you may create it for yourself. If you focus on a world of unity, of sharing, of abundance, of all of our needs met, of love and spiritual connection, which is what I try to focus on and largely do bring about in my life, that will be your reality. And the more of us that focus on that, focus on a timeline based in love versus one based in fear, then that we anchor in that vibration and bring that timeline into practice, into play, into reality, into unfolding for us. So I do think that's the direction we're going. So that's what we really have an opportunity to do here in this next week, or it's really less than a week, I guess, until Monday, and even after that, of course. But really spend some time, really, as uncomfortable it can be with all this light, as we can get irritable, we can get frustrated, it's intense, right? And with intensity, we sometimes want to just numb out, zone out, like just avoid, or we project onto others with crankiness, I guess. I certainly am guilty of that sometimes myself. If you can sit with this and feel like maybe there's a reason this is happening, maybe there's a reason I'm experiencing this feeling right now, then you'll be able to move through this time period much more easily and with much more just grace and just a sense of understanding what's happening and bringing in that divine guidance, bringing in the light, bringing in all kinds of just hope and trust that this is all happening for a reason. So so let's see. Hold on. Hi. So we're going to do a little meditation to really bring in that light, to really anchor that light, to help us move into that higher states, those higher states of consciousness. And before I do that, I just want to say I'm circling back around to the book on the Lion's Gate 8822 on Monday. I'm actually doing an online workshop, a book club workshop. I'm calling it Portal of Awakening. And it's for those who bought the book during the pre-sale, it's free. You can come. For anybody who wants to join us, it's $8.88. Yes, I chose those numbers for a reason. And that just, $8.88. And I'm going to be talking a little bit more about this light and how we can intentionally step into the way we want to be, into co-creating our future selves. So I'll be guiding us into a meditation. I haven't done this for a while, but some of you have done this with me before, or have done it on your own, where you project yourself into your future and come and visualize. Even this is kind of like going to your own Akashic Records, who you are, how you're going to be, what's happening in your future, in your new earth, 5D, highest and best future self. So the highest and best possible timeline of who you can become. Doesn't mean it's definitely going to happen, right? We're going to be looking at a future timeline. But when you see it, when you feel it, you're much more, it's like you're putting your energy much more focused on that timeline. And then when you put your attention and your energy on that particular timeline, it starts to unfold, because that's how energy works. So, and then on 8/8, on this Monday, will be, those of you who have the book, it's chapter 4 on co-creating your future self that we'll be looking at. And even if you don't have it or have it yet, there's a writing tool called Envisioning Your Future, which we'll be using after doing the meditation, actually writing down how we want to feel, how we want to be. My dog is trying to get in here. She wants to participate too. How we want to be in our future selves. So we're creating a vibration, I am, I feel, and we focus on the feelings, and that really amplifies that brings that vibration into much stronger, blueprint or potential future. So I hope you can join us for that. All right, so let's and I'll put the link in here if you want to sign up for it after. But let's do some anchoring of the Lion's Gate light right now. Okay, so let's close our eyes and take a few deep breaths in and slow exhales. Breathing in light and breathing out anything that's blocking the light, anything that's like debris or just gunk that doesn't belong, just breathing it out. And your last breath in, imagine that the breath is like this airy sort of light, kind of like looking out at a rainbow or looking out at dew in the air and the sun, and just feeling that, breathing that into your lungs and breathing that through, allowing that light to flow through your veins. And with every inhale, just breathing in more light and allowing that light to flow in through your pores, in through your heart, in through your third eye, your top of your head, all your chakras, in fact, and through your hands. And when you breathe out, imagine that light is being fully integrated into your body. Just your body is just soaking it up. And it's being moved intentionally through your breath, through your own energy, through the places, into the places where it's most needed, into places of stuckness, tightness, where you may have been holding an old emotion that no longer serves you, or story or belief. So allow that light like a river to flow in through that area. And with us this evening, we have, and these are the energies working with us during this Lion's Gate light activation for the next few weeks. Archangel Metatron, Mother Mary, Jesus of Nazareth, Mary Magdalene, Archangel Michael, the Buddha, Saint Germain, Kuan Yin, Isis, and others, so many others, other light beings and angels and galactic multidimensional beings like the Pleiadians, our ancestors. Maybe there's some spirit animals in there. They've all assembled. They're coming in to support us as we do this bold work. So we just feel that light moving through your body. And notice if you feel any resistance or hesitation of any kind, or fear. What does it mean if I allow this light in? Well, am I going to change? Am I going to be safe? Sometimes these thoughts come in subconsciously, feelings come in. And just see if there's a part of you that can surrender and trust, knowing that you are being held, that you are here for a reason at this time on earth. You volunteered to help shift human consciousness. Your soul is very old and very strong. You have a lot of wisdom. And what we're doing with this light is we're building up layers, almost like armor. Where the light is like armor. And as the 3D world is raging, and people who are still allied to the 3D world, clinging to it, are raging, More and more people are beginning to unplug as they awaken, as they see through the illusions, which is painful, deeply painful. And we, with our light, we know that every situation, every circumstance that we find ourselves in, that we can ask our hearts and we can trust in this light to guide us. What is the highest thing I can do in this moment for this other human soul? What is the highest thing I can say? What is the highest version of myself I can be in service to humanity at this time? And with this light being anchored so strongly in our heart, as we are now firmly in this pillar of light that we carry with us everywhere we go in our lives, just being guided by this light like a spotlight shining down on us. We know that we are protected, and that while we may encounter challenges along the way, we may be challenged, we may need to clear low vibrational energy, we may need to retreat, to recharge, replenish our own energy. We know that this is happening for a reason. We know how important it is what we're doing. The more of us that activate this light, that anchor, that embody, that transmute, that integrate this light, the more that anything that is dark and evil and not of the light is burned off. It retreats. And this means doing our inner work. This means having the courage to go within, with humility, to ask how we can be better, how we can learn, and to be open to taking steps towards learning, knowing we're always doing the best we can. And in this next few weeks, we may find ourselves presented with situations in which to learn and grow, moving through some powerful soul lessons that we've been working on for many lifetimes, that our ancestors have been working on in some way, and we are shifting so much in this one lifetime together as light workers, as way showers, as anchors of this high vibration light. So just feel this pillar of light firmly flowing through your body, strongly flowing, and set an intention that it is from this moment forward always with you, and that this light is like your armor, protecting you when you go out into the 3D world to be of service. See yourself in the coming days carrying this light everywhere you go, in every situation. And see yourself taking time every day to plug back into the light, to close your eyes, to feel the light, to connect with it, to ask for guidance from divine sources of love. We're here with us. So proud of us. There's so much respect and admiration for us and what we're doing. We're the front lines. We're the boots on the ground. You're the warriors. And so if you want, you can bring your hands in prayer position to your heart center, just giving thanks for this light, giving thanks for all that you are, honoring all that you are. May we have strength and courage, remembrance of our sovereignty, remembrance of our soul missions as we move through the coming days, weeks, and months and years in service to the planet, in service to humanity, always guided by the light of God. May it be so, and so it is. So you can take a deep breath and just come back into your body, stretching out. And then open your eyes when you're ready. So that this sort of light activation will stay with us for the next, definitely up through Monday. And you can listen to this again. You can just set an intention right now. Maybe write a few things down of what came to you in this, if anything came to you, what the visualization was that your higher self, that your guides were showing you, that you can work with to call upon, because we're going to be needing this more and more and more as people start to wake up, and as they're confused, they're wondering what's going on, who do they trust, how are they going to get better. Some of them are going to be very physically sick, as we're already seeing. Some of them are mentally sick, as we're seeing. And we are not going to be saying, I told you so, and any of that. It's hard so much as we might want to. We're going to be helping them. We're going to be serving, offering forgiveness, offering healing, offering our gifts in whatever way that may be. So hope to see you on 8822 for the Portal of Awakening workshop, where we're actually going to be putting, this meditation was like a general, for everybody to benefit from, but what you're going to have the chance to do on the 8th is really create how you want to be and how you want to feel and in your future 5D self. And that's really, really important. I say to clients all the time, like, we often don't think about what we want. We don't think that we have the ability to do that, when that is part of the divine laws there's fate, there's our soul contract, there's sort of destiny, and then there's also our free will. And we're using our free will now to co-create, to use both, to really put in, a future timeline that we want to step into, and that we're really guided to step into. So when on the 8th, we'll be doing a meditation that will help us view that potential future for us. And then we'll be even amplifying it more. Energy moves upon the spoken and written word by writing it down. And then hopefully you'll have a chance to share if you want, ask any questions. And then we'll be using the book, as you know. But even if you don't have it, I hope you do pick up a copy. But if you don't, you'll get this future self writing reflection. So hope to see you there. And in the meantime, wishing you much love, many blessings. I have to go because we're getting a rooster in just a minute. It's a weird timing, I know, but nighttime it'll be easier for him. Our friends have an extra rooster that needs to go. He's very nice, and we need a rooster to help protect our chickens. So here he's coming any minute. Mushu is his name. So I'm going to go help get him settled in. All right. Much love, many blessings. Take care, everybody. Bye.